Welcome back to another Micmac tabletop review. Today we'll be taking a look at the Bernardelli Model 60 380 semi-automatic pistol. This is an Italian-made Vincenzo Bernardelli Model 60 pistol. According to its markings, it was made in 1958. It's chambered in 380 auto. Nice, well-made pistol. Got it at an auction a while back. I don't usually pay much attention to auction sites anymore. The problem with buying a gun through an online auction is that I can't actually see and feel what I'm buying. Oh yeah, the pictures can be pretty good, but it's not the same for me. The second more important reason is that there's always a shipping and handling fee tacked on, and often a credit card fee, or even worse, a money order transaction fee. And once the firearm is shipped to my FFL, there's another fee to cover the transfer. In total, $75 to even $90 could be added to the actual cost of the gun. Now that's okay if I can win the auction with a competitive bid, but usually too many people are bidding close to retail value, so the actual cost just isn't worth it to me. But occasionally I'll scan auction sites when I'm on the hunt for something that I just can't find in local stores, pawn shops, or at gun shows. And that was the case with this Bernardelli Model 60. No, I wasn't on the search for a Bernardelli. I was actually looking for something entirely different, but came across this Bernardelli 60 in the process. I always thought the Bernardelli Models 60 and 80 were very nice pistols. With the auction just about to end and the price still relatively low, I had a moment of weakness and put in a bid for $5 more, and to my surprise, won the bid. So here it is. And like I said, it's actually a nice little pistol. And by the way, I couldn't find a single video review on the Bernardelli Model 60 in 380 that was in English. That surprised me a little, so I think doing a comprehensive review is warranted, and that's the primary purpose of this video. Now, before we go any further, let's make sure this gun is cleared first. And by the way, if you enjoy this review, be sure to like, share, and subscribe. The Italian family of Vincenzo Bernardelli has a history in the manufacturing of firearms that dates back to 1631. The company is located in Trompia, Brescia, Italy, which is where Beretta also began back in 1526, about 100 years earlier. The V. Bernardelli Company was also known for production of shotguns, and later during the early 1930s, Bernardelli manufactured a 10.4 millimeter Italian service revolver, which was their first handgun. During World War II, the company began manufacturing artillery fuses, production of which continued until 1986. After World War II, Bernardelli introduced its first self-loading pistol, the VP for vest pocket model, which was based on the Walter Model 9, but is considered by many to have been an improvement over the Model 9. I actually have one of those. Here's my Bernardelli vest pocket pistol. It's a .25 caliber pistol and considered one of the smallest semi-automatics ever made. Pretty tiny, isn't it? This one is dated to 1949, in great condition. Pretty cool. You can check out my review of this little gun at episode 2022-15. As for the Bernardelli Model 60, it's a popular blowback type carry pistol produced during the late 1950s and throughout the 1960s. It was available in .22, .32, and .380 ACP. There was also a long barrel .22 long rifle target pistol version. As I understand, the Model 60 380 was introduced in 1958. So as I said earlier, since the markings here indicate that this one was made in 1958, and based upon its serial number, it would have been one of the early ones. Because this one has "Made in Italy" stamped on the left side of its slide, I believe it was specifically produced for export to the U.S., but there's no import markings. The Model 60 evolved into the Bernardelli Model 80 after the U.S. Gun Control Act of 1968. The only differences are the thumb rest grips and adjustable sights to win the necessary points for importation. Production of the Model 60 ceased in 1969. The V. Bernardelli Company was forced into bankruptcy in 1997, and its assets, brands, and trademarks were acquired by the Turkish company Salzmar. Today, only shotguns are being made under the Bernardelli name. Now, usually at this point, I bring up any American movie connections I can find regarding the firearm or reviewing. I found only one for the Bernardelli 60, the 1998 action film Deep Rising, directed by Stephen Sommers, who directed The Mummy. The film stars Treat Williams as a boat captain who is hired to transport a group of mercenaries to the luxury cruise ship sailing in South China Sea, which the mercenaries intend to rob. However, upon arriving, they discover that a deep-sea creature has beaten them to it and killed most of the passengers and crew. Now they need to survive the sea monster. As for packaging, this gun came with a plastic case and 2 extra magazines, but I don't believe the case is original. As I understand, the Bernardelli Model 60 originally came in a simple cardboard box with paperwork and possibly an extra magazine and a cleaning brush. As for specifications, the Bernardelli Model 60 is a single action only semi-automatic pistol. It was produced in .22, .35, and .380 ACP. The gun is blued steel frame and slide, and the grips are plastic. The barrel is 3.5 inches in length. Sights are small, fixed built into the top of the slide. There's milling between the slides to reduce glare. The hammer is exposed. Slide serrations on the rear of the slide are well defined. The safety is here, down for fire. There's also a magazine safety, so the gun can't be fired without a magazine inserted. Another safety is a half-cock position of the exposed hammer. There's a simple takedown button here. Pressing in will release the slide. The mag releases European style on the butt. The mag fits snugly and the release is stiff to operate. The magazines hold 7 rounds. This one came with 3 and they appear fairly well made. Overall length is 6 3/8 inches. Overall height is 4 3/4 inches with the magazine. Width is 1.25 inches at the grips. Unloaded weight is 23.7 ounces. As for function, the Bernardelli Model 60 is a simple, sturdy, fixed barrel blowback design. As I said earlier, it's a single action only pistol, so the hammer must be cocked in order to fire. The plastic grips have a nice palm swell with good stippling. The magazine release is a little stiff, with the magazine itself hanging up if it's not pressed hard enough back to release. Loading is also a little stiff. I use my Maglula loader, which made it easier, but still usually stop with 6 rounds if the last round was giving me any trouble loading. Inserting the magazine requires pushing the release back with the back edge of the magazine, which also seems stiff, but likewise everything seems nice and tight on this gun. The safety has a hollow sound to it, but seems positive and to work just fine. An important point regarding the Bernardelli Model 60 is that it does not have a firing pin block safety. As such, this gun should not be carried with a round in the chamber, even with the safety on. The recommendation is that it be carried with a loaded magazine, its manual safety in the disengaged or fire position, hammer down, and no round in the chamber. The hammer could be in half-cock position. You're supposed to rack the slide before firing. I know that sounds a little weird, but it's the safest way to carry this gun. By the way, I've known people who've carried their 1911s that way rather than cocked and locked, thought it was safer. In fact, agencies of more than one government that issue handguns require that the semi-automatic pistols like this Bernardelli Model 60 that lack firing pin block safeties be carried empty chamber with loaded magazine. So maybe not so weird after all. As I said, the hammer has a half-cock position available and is fairly easy to operate with one hand, but the slide is heavy to rack, so this is not a gun for anyone with weak hands. The trigger travel is extremely short, perhaps a 1/16 of an inch, breaking at maybe 10 pounds. The reset is clear and crisp at less than 1/8 of an inch. The slide locks back after the last round is fired, but you have to release the magazine to release the empty slide, and the release can feel quite harsh. And of course, once a new magazine is inserted, the slide has to be racked in order to fire again. I think the process is a little awkward, but the gun does function smoothly overall and feels good in the hand. At the range I started with the 6-inch target set out to 25 feet, my typical training distance. The Bernardelli sights are small, so I had a little trouble lining the target up, and this trigger takes a little getting used to. It's not horrible, but it's not great. The second magazine was better. The punch is straight back with minimal muzzle rise. Got a failure to cycle here, not sure why. I may have had too loose of a grip. Not bad. At 25 feet, I think I'm doing pretty good. Okay, last magazine. Well, there's nothing wrong with that. Accuracy is just fine. As for cons, to me the Bernardelli Model 6380 is a fairly decent carry pistol, but it has some major drawbacks in my opinion. Certainly being a single action only gun and lacking a hammer block are my main cons. I don't really like the harshness of the slide operation for release and reloading. Finding the magazines to load that 7th round is another con, but I've heard others question the Model 60's reliability. Some don't like its limited capacity. Some think that as an all-steel gun it's a little heavy. The grip checkering is aggressive, and after a few magazines it begins to become a little uncomfortable. The trigger is okay, but again, not great. And while in the end I was able to work with these small sights, I'd prefer larger, friendlier ones. Finally, one must acknowledge that as the Bernardelli ages, parts are likely to become harder to find. It's just a fact of life. Now, as for pros, well, let's talk about the Bernardelli's positive features. First off, it is a good-looking, very nicely made pistol. While the finish isn't very refined, it's a nice and sturdy pistol with well-machined and fitted parts. Relatively simple, functional design. Pretty much snag-free lines. I like the looks of these slide serrations and the placement of the controls. Note the rounded edges back here to reduce the chance of slide bite. It's about the same size as the Walther PPK. It has a pleasant feel, good weight, decent finish, and nice balance. The black plastic grips are large and well proportioned, checkered on the side and on the rear. A curved piece integral with the black plastic magazine base serves as a rest for the little finger and contributes to ease of handling. The takedown procedures are very simple and easy to perform. I like its looks, clean lines, and ergonomically functional design. Although the gun took a little getting used to, I was certainly up to speed within just a couple of magazines. Points naturally, great accuracy. To field strip this Model 60, move the manual safety up to its safe position, remove the magazine, draw the slide fully rearward to clear the chamber. While depressing the takedown catch, pull the slide back and lift the rear of the slide until it is released. Once released from the frame, ease the slide forward and off the frame. Remove the recoil spring, and that's basically it for cleaning. Reassembly is basically the same steps in reverse. Start by positioning the tightest coil of the recoil spring to the rear and over the barrel. Return the slide to the frame and depress the takedown catch to allow the slide to drop down to the frame. But be careful not to get pinched in the process. Release the takedown catch and allow the slide to move forward. Return the magazine, and that's it. Simple. Now, before we end today's video, I'd like to remind you that if you haven't already, be sure to like, share, and subscribe down below. And thanks for watching. Okay, well, what about price? Well, production of the Bernardelli Model 6380 ceased more than 50 years ago, and although not considered rare, neither are there many of these guns out there. So getting reliable information on their value is a bit difficult. Even TrueGunValue.com advises that there's too little data available to provide an average value today. But I was able to find a little recent national sales data which would suggest that the Bernardelli Model 6380 in average condition would sell for between $400 and $450. That's probably fairly accurate, since given about 7 years ago, a Model 6380 in good condition would be selling for about $350. I just paid $340 for this one, and given its condition, I think I did just fine. Now, to summarize, the Bernardelli Model 60 is a well-made .380 pistol. Bernardelli is one of the oldest Italian gun manufacturing companies, and the Bernardelli Model 60 is one of the oldest Italian pistols still in continuous use in the world today. Since this particular pistol was manufactured in 1958, that would make it one of the first produced and 6.5 decades old. So taking a look at it here, not bad. The Model 60 was produced in 22, 32, and 380 ACP. By the way, further investigation revealed that one of the 3 magazines that came with this pistol was just a little off, which may have resulted in the slide not staying open after the last shot, and maybe caused the cycling problem I experienced at the range. A little adjustment should fix that problem. So wrapping up, the Bernardelli Model 6380 isn't a pistol I would consider for everyday carry. Not that it couldn't serve as such. I just have requirements which the Model 60 lacks. But that doesn't make it a bad choice or a bad pistol. On the contrary, in my opinion, I find the Bernardelli Model 6380 to be a very nicely made pistol with good shooting characteristics. True, I prefer a double single action pistol for carry, but I like this gun's looks, I like its feel, and with just a little practice, I found that I'm actually pretty good with it too. As such, it could make a pretty good range toy. But for me, to be honest, this Bernardelli Model 6380 holds more of a novelty and collectible attraction. Any weapon you carry is better than the one you left at home. Thanks for watching. Hope you'll be back for my next tabletop review. Until next time, stay safe.